A nightmare, one that I didn't know if I'd ever escape. I woke up to a man who had broken into my home, the place that I thought was the safest place on earth. And I woke up to him standing over me with a knife at my neck, telling me that I had to get up and go with him and not to say a word. And in that moment, I didn't know I had a choice. I thought that it was life or death. Do exactly as he said, and maybe I would survive, or not, and die. That took me through 9 months that I would have never chosen. But because of what happened to me, I know that I never want what happened to me happen to another child, which is why I have looked at many different organizations and researched a lot about them, and Rad Kids is the best one out there. It not only teaches children what not to do, but it teaches them what to do. It helps to give them choices, so whenever they find themselves in a situation they wish they weren't in, they know that they can do something, they can fight back, they can make a difference, they can do something about it. They don't just have to hope that they survive. I know that Rad Kids would have made a difference for me if I had been trained in it. Right now we put so much emphasis on math and science and reading and education, and don't get me wrong, that is so important. But how important is it if a child's too scared to go to school because of a bully, or can't do their homework at home so they fall behind? All of that wonderful education doesn't do anything for a child if they can't live to understand and enjoy it and benefit from it. So I would just ask each one of you to think of Rad Kids, to bring them to your community, to donate whatever you can to help make this a possibility. We are trying to do everything we can to reach every child in the United States, because no child deserves to be hurt, and it doesn't matter who you are, but we all were one once, and many of us have them now. And it's not just enough to hope that they're okay. My dad always says it's better to be prepared than scared. So I would just like to encourage all of you to learn more about it and to keep it in your thoughts. Thank you so much for having us. It truly has been a pleasure to be here. God bless you all.
It's an honor for me to work with Elizabeth. My name is Steve Daly. I'm the executive director and the founder of the Rad Kids program. And Elizabeth is now my boss, and I try to do what we can. But I wanted to give you just a little idea. A Rad Kid's a cool kid that doesn't let anybody hurt him. We stole that word from California, but we promised never to give it back, just so you know. But it's really, for kids, it's a feeling of what they can do. And we've had 92 saves from abduction in the last 10 years, so that we're home safely. And we've been very fortunate for thousands of children to outcry and stop sexual assault and abuse in their lives, bullying prevention in their lives. And as a child, I grew up, and when I met Philip and Maria, and was learning a little bit about the movies, and they were talking about Rad Kids and what we could maybe do together. Movies were kind of a salvation for me, a place to go hide, a place to be safe. I spent 21 years as a police officer showing up after the crime. And I left to start Rad Kids to try to teach children how to escape, recognize, avoid, and escape violence. And when I met Elizabeth and her father, Ed Smart, who's also here with us tonight, who's been on my board of directors and my boss for about 10 years now, it's been an absolute pleasure. We've helped a lot of kids. Over 250,000 kids across this nation have gone through Rad Kids. We're in 46 states, and we continue to grow. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I enjoyed our time with you. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you.